Did you know that according to the Pew Research Center, 44% of people worldwide believe that most conflicts in the world are caused by a lack of unity? That's almost half of the global population pointing out disunity as a major root of discord. This speaks volumes about the world we live in today. It highlights the effect of unity, or the lack of it, has on our societies. Unity is not merely a concept, but a powerful force that fosters peace, understanding, and cooperation among people. It's a binding factor that transcends differences, mends divides, and promotes harmony. However, the prevalence of this belief also indicates that there's a widespread longing for togetherness, a desire for a world where conflicts are fewer and far between. With such a startling statistic, it's clear that unity is a topic that merits our attention. One of the earliest stories in the Bible that demonstrates the importance of unity is the story of the Tower of Babel. This intriguing tale from the book of Genesis paints a vivid picture of unity's power, but also warns of its potential misuse. Once upon a time, the people of the earth spoke one language, understood each other perfectly, and worked together to build up their city. Inspired, they embarked on another ambitious project to construct a tower that would reach the heavens, symbolizing their shared strength and collective ambition. However, their unity was not driven by a noble or altruistic purpose. Instead, it was fueled by pride and the desire to make a name for themselves. They wanted to challenge the heavens, to place themselves on a par with God. This unified effort, while impressive, was fundamentally flawed. Seeing this, God decided to intervene. He observed their work and acknowledged the misguided ambition, saying, "Behold, the people are one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do." But he also recognized the danger in their misguided unity. In response, God confused their language, causing them to speak different tongues. Suddenly, the people who once understood each other perfectly were now strangers, unable to communicate or cooperate. The tower they were building, once a symbol of their pride, now stood as a monument to their division. The people then scattered across the earth, their shared language and purpose lost in the wind. The tower was left unfinished, a stark reminder of what can happen when unity is used for the wrong purposes. The Tower of Babel story shows us that when used for the wrong purposes, communities can embark on paths to disarray rather than progress. Unity is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it must be used wisely. It should foster understanding, compassion, and progress, not breed arrogance or discord. In the New Testament, Jesus himself prayed for unity among his followers. Within the 17th chapter of the book of John, we find Jesus in a quiet and intimate moment praying fervently for his disciples. Jesus, aware of the looming cross, takes time to intercede for his followers. He's not praying for their safety, their success, or their happiness, but rather he prays for their unity. He says, "I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you." He didn't just pray for unity among the 12, but for every single believer who would come after them, down through the ages. This prayer shows us just how much Jesus valued unity. But why? Why is this so important that Jesus would pray for it in this crucial moment? Well, unity reflects the nature of God himself. Just as Jesus and the Father and the Spirit are one, so too should we strive for unity in our communities. This unity is not uniformity, but rather a harmony of diverse individuals bound together by a shared love for Christ. Unity is also a testament to the world. It's a powerful message that says, look, here is a group of people different in so many ways, yet they love one another, they care for each other, they are one. But this doesn't just happen. It requires effort, patience, and above all, love. It demands that we put aside our differences, our pride, and our selfish desires, and instead choose to love one another as Christ has loved us. So what does this mean for us today? It means we need to strive for unity in our homes, our churches, our communities. It means we need to pray for harmony, just as Jesus did. Because when we are united, we are stronger, we reflect the nature of God, and we testify to his love. Jesus' prayer for unity shows us that this is not just desirable, but essential in our communities. As we look into the book of Acts chapter 4, we get a vivid picture of the early Christian community before us. Here we see that believers were of one heart and one soul. They did share everything they had, from knowledge to grain, but most importantly, they had a shared sense of purpose, a common goal, and they supported each other in their spiritual journey. This was a radical departure from the societal norms of the time. They showed that it's more than just about being together, but about being one. The believers lived their faith with a profound sense of cohesion and mutual support. This unity was not just for the sake of it, it was born out of a shared belief in the teachings of Jesus Christ. It transcended personal interests and societal divisions. It was so profound that it reflected in their actions, from sharing of possessions to their care for each other. It was this unity that enabled the early church to grow and thrive. It attracted others to the faith, not just because of the teachings, but because of the way those teachings were lived out in the community. This created an environment of love and acceptance where anyone, regardless of their background, could feel welcome and valued. This early Christian community truly exemplified what it means to live out the teachings of Jesus Christ. They showed that unity is not just about agreement, but about living in harmony with each other, supporting each other, and working together towards a common goal. It's a reminder that this way of life can bring about remarkable change and growth for not only yourself, but those around us. So how can we actively practice unity? Firstly, understanding is key. We should strive to understand others' perspectives, backgrounds, and experiences. This fosters respect and acceptance, two ingredients vital in a unified community. Next, empathy, a crucial role. By putting ourselves in others' shoes, we can take our understanding to the next level and begin to feel what they feel. In doing so, we build connections that strengthens our bonds. Lastly, cooperation is the glue that binds us together. Working collectively towards shared goals not only brings us closer, but also makes our communities stronger and more resilient. In the words of Jesus, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples. If you love one another, let that love be the foundation of our unity."